Good day, everyone. I'm Anabelle Martin, and I'll be discussing the Lesson 2 Criteria in Choosing Appropriate Assessment Tools. In assessment methods, there are strategies, techniques, tools, and instruments. Teachers need to select tools to assess student achievement in the target outcomes. The selection of tools involves a process to obtain detailed information and the need to keep the process visible and manageable. Teachers need to consider the variation as they choose assessment for their courses. The first step in attaining competency in selecting appropriate tasks involve understanding the purpose or purposes for which an assessment is given. The purpose of any assessment is to gather data to facilitate decision making. In appropriate assessment tools, there are goals of assessment, methods of assessment, its direct or indirect methods, the interval in giving assessment. The teachers may either be utilizing direct or indirect method. Direct method, teachers and learners are partners in the learning process. The teacher directs the class activities. Example of direct methods are examination, written assignment, oral presentations, and performances. While in indirect methods can be provide a useful supplement and check on findings from direct measures. Example of indirect methods, student satisfaction surveys, student participation rates, and reflected essays. One of the challenges of beginning teachers is to select and use appropriate assessment techniques suited for the learner's needs. During teaching, teachers not only have to communicate the information we plan but also continuously monitor student learning and motivation in order to determine whether modification have to be made. That is according to Arishan 2005. In characteristic in selecting appropriate assessment tools, whether conventional or ICT-based assessment. 1. Measure the desired level of performance, level of satisfaction, productivity, efficiency, student performance. Cost-effective in terms of effort, time, and money. Useful that will produce result that provide information that can be used in making decisions to improve student learning. Reasonably accurate and truthful, dependable, consistent responses over time, evidence of being ongoing, not once and done. ICT, Information Computer Technology, provide the means for explicit design and implementation of or collaborative problem-solving tasks through teachers, interactive scaffolding, and immediate feedback supplied towards learners. That is according to Drigas and Kartyaki 2006. Now, we differentiate the conventional and ICT-based assessment. In conventional, teaching-centered learning, attending lectures or classroom, reading texts and problems, solving short and lengthy unstructured problems and cases, formulate questions, oral presentation of topic and reply to short questions from the teachers. While in ICT-based assessment, student-centered learning, learning for any place, up-to-date, primary information sources, critical thinking in real-world context, group discussion of a case study, oral presentation of topic and reply to short question from the audience. Creating and utilizing rubric. A rubric is a set of criteria used to determine scoring for an assignment, performance, or product. There's two types of rubric, that is analytic rubrics and holistic rubrics. The analytic rubrics describe work on each criterion separately. It utilizes separate holistic ratings of specific characteristic product of behaviors. In holistic rubrics, describe the work by applying all the criteria at the same time and enabling an overall judgment about the about about the quality of the work. It utilizes holistic rating for a product or behavior. Technology can be used for assessing student learning in the various purposes. By using technology in managing assessment information data can be presented in different ways to meet the needs of student, teachers, and administrator. Electronic examination, which is also called assessment CVA, computer-based testing, CBT, or an equivalent electronic device, in which the delivery responses and assessment are effect electronically. Computerized delivery of objective tests has more advantage compared to paper pencil tests, which includes the following. 1. The creation of item bank of question invites the possibility of each student being presented with a paper made for different question but of an equivalent standard. 2. Automatic computerized marking facilitates immediate feedback for the student. 3. Each student can be invited to sit tests as frequently as they is full. 4. Computerized recording of results facilitate the analysis of groups' responses to questions. Electronic assessment tools are unlikely to reduce significantly the burden of assessment, but they can use to promote deeper and more effective learning by testing a range of skills, knowledge, and understanding. Note that teachers should use variety of assessment methods in the classroom. Assessing student is how the teachers are able to evaluate student over the material they are learning in the classroom, and therefore has to be done fairly to accommodate each and every student's interests and needs. This is why it is important for the teachers to use a variety of different assessment in the classroom. Paper and pencil test is the most common assessment procedure utilized by teachers to gather formal evidence about pupil learning. That's all my presentation for today. Thank you and have a nice day.